Are you serious? Are you serious? Get some coffee and calm down. Maybe this Jewish scholars might be onto something here. Matter of fact, they're quoting out of Zechariah chapter 12. We know that it shall come to pass in that day that I will make Jerusalem a stone, a burdensome for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be broken into pieces. Says the scripture says he'll make Jerusalem a cup of trembling and a burdensome stone unto all people. And if you burden yourself with Jerusalem, you'll be broken into pieces. Well, there's a article out by the Breaking Israeli News, a man by the name of Eli Sobel, redemption advocate Eli Sobel, connected the U.S. abstaining vote in the United Nations Resolution 2334 from the latest anti-Israel vote in the UN Security Council to the advent of the Great War of the Days of the Messiah, and has gone viral since he released it on his Facebook page. Look, folks, according to Sobel, he feels it in Psalms 2, that this is speaking, of course, of the war of Gog and Magog and the end of days. Why are the nations in an uproar? And this is not King James Version that he quoted. And why do the peoples mutter in vain? Okay? Well, let me just say something quickly here. He's on to something as it relates to Gog and Magog. And I will take it a step further, Psalms 83. Here's one of his quotes. He said, the great Jewish prophecy of Gog and Magog is the last great barrier before we reach redemption. And it's appearing, it's materializing right before our eyes, according to Eli Sobel. Now, if you'll go to two places real fast, only a few verses, 5 verses at each spot. But if you go to Ezekiel 38, here's what the scripture says. In the King James Version of the Bible, it says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Now, Gog is a principality, a spiritual principality that will rise up against Israel, and it refers to, of course, Meshech and Tubal. And these are the regions, Magog, the regions of really where Russia is today. Now it says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine armies, horses, and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So here comes a mighty army, all kinds of equipment coming across in an invasion of Israel. In verse 5, it says Persia, which we know is Iran. And they're there. They're in Syria. They're at the doorsteps of the Golan Heights, just like Russia is. Ethiopia and Libya, of course, out of control as the radical Islamists have taken over the areas. And with them, all of them with shields and helmets. Gomer and all of his bands. Gomer is out of southern Russia. The house of Tagarma of the north quarters. That was a band out of Turkey. All right? And all of his bands. And many people with thee. So there's even more than just these Fab Five nations which would rise up. Russia, Iran, Turkey, Ethiopia, and Libya. And others will join in the battle of Gog and Magog. Now, if you'll continue reading chapter 38 and chapter 39, you'll see, especially in chapter 39, there's an invasion of Israel by Gog and the armies of Gog and Magog. But before this even happens, we may see what I believe we're seeing right now, this formation of a confederacy, this United Nation anti-Semitic movement. I mean, 95% of the world now against Israel. And with Obama turning his back on Israel in that resolution, putting Trump really in a little box to try to operate in. Trump immediately does the right thing. He just says, look, Benjamin Netanyahu, I extend my hand of faithfulness to the nation of Israel. And matter of fact, I'm inviting you to my inauguration. I hope you can come. Here's what Psalms 83 says. It says, keep not thou silence, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies have made a turmoil, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They are forming a confederacy. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. This is a coalition of haters of the nation of Israel. And this coalition, folks, has, and no question, it has formed. It is in the United Nations, the beast, the Illuminati, those members of the cabal. Yes, they are doing it, folks. This is the beast, the biblical beast in Revelation 13, when it tells you it has crawling up out of the sea with 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon those heads the name blasphemy. I'm telling you, the Antichrist spirit is rising in these the last days. Satanic, no question. Occultic, absolutely. A combination of every wicked spirit and foul demon known to man congregating in Manhattan. Are you serious? We're living in the last days. Give your life to Jesus Christ. He's coming back soon, and you don't want to be left behind. I'll be right back with more current world events in just a moment. Jesus, the Messiah, is coming.